right, okay, got that. Forgot to pull something out. Why do I have 500 billion tabs open? Later. Okay, I was able to put the rest of the pieces of wood on the insides. Now I have this going on. I realized that because of how I put the flat pieces together, I actually have to change the shape of some of the roof pieces. I'll try to do that. Like a bigger one I can use. Not that one. Yeah, that was completely wrong. Yeah. Okay, it's a better shape now. I'm gonna do the same with this one. I forgot to get water. Tea. I do have tea though, so like, I kind of also want plain water, but maybe I'll go get that in a little bit. Trying to shave off a really small amount is definitely pretty hard. Damn it. It's not too bad. I can just texture that back in. Cut that down a little bit. So that matches there. Angle these a bit. Mm-mm. Mm. One with Queenie. Back in on YouTube. Yeah, that is pretty low. Oh, well, that's quite the crossover. Ah. Yeah, maybe it's echoing like what actually happened. The only plushie I have is Hamster Pomni, because they had it on sale one time, and it's so cute. The only other official merch I like really, really want right now, besides that really cute clear acrylic Gummy Goo keychain, is the Kinger lamp, because he's my favorite character. Hmm. Maybe. It could have a happy ending, who knows? It could have a bittersweet ending. It's just because it's based on a story that's kind of a tragedy doesn't mean it has to have the same ending. A lot of things can be inspired by something but not be exactly the same. Yeah, I'm sure he would be absolutely mortified to know that there's so much merch of him in a maid outfit and him at his like lowest moment. Besides being in a maid outfit, which is his other lowest. I realized something earlier too that I forgot to measure for, which is that when this opens, I would have to make sure the roof is going to open okay with it. Oh yeah, I'm also like, he's gotta be gay, but have come from a place and or time when that was something he would like really have to hide. Okay, those are fitting together a lot better now. So I can at least attach these, and then I can do some tests to see if the roof would be okay with having the front pulled off. Okay, where's my... Do I have masking tape over here? I have like a bunch of washi tape, but I can't quite reach it. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna use this Joy stuff that I only use for temporary purposes, like actual masking tape, because I don't think I'll use it otherwise. Wait, is this the... That's the front? Yeah, this is the front one. Whoops. Okay, put that over there by itself. Mm. Okay, turns out this is actually too weak for this, so I gotta use like actual masking tape. Don't have actual masking tape here, so I'm gonna have to go find some. I could still use these. Mm. Mm. Ah, yeah, what the hell? What? Are they all from the same thing? You gotta block that one, but what the hell? Emergencyemail.org? Mm. It's just. Uh huh. That's shady as fuck. Mm hmm. Yeah. It's going crazy out there. Yeah, that definitely sounds like a weird scam thing, especially if they want you to follow links. That's creepy. I gotta watch out for that. That's hard. Mm, what? Yeah. Yeah, what the hell? My god. Mm, I, yeah, I went outside and it was windy, I am aware. That's weird as hell. I wonder if you search it, like, to see if anyone else has been getting, like, other people had to have been complaining about that, right? Hmm. Uh, there's. Hey! Yeah, I get a lot of emails from things I didn't sign up for, but I haven't got that one yet, so I'm gonna keep an eye out for it and block and report spam as soon as I see it. That's some nonsense. Hmm. Actually, wait, should I do it on that side or should I? Let's probably actually put it like that, right? Yeah, I should put it like that. Hmm. Why are they scheduling appointments and stuff during work? Hmm. Yeah. Question mark? Big question mark there? Hmm. Yeah, like. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, that's really annoying because she's just taking it for granted that the rest of you are going to be able to cover for her at any moment. Mm. Then, mm, girl, girl, go in the break room or get in your car or something. Come on. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh no. Girl! Mm. Yeah, what a weirdo. What? Hmm. Mm. Oh. Did they pick up the trash in that very short amount of time? Oh. Huh. Weird. Hmm. Oh, is that the one with the shell? The Yeah, I was looking at that earlier because I was like, what is this? I could. It could also fit into the little space by the restroom. I do like it, but if you don't want it, I could give it to the swap. Hmm. Yeah, I think it looks alright. Hmm. Yeah, that's important. Yeah, I think it looks nice. Ah, now I can put a little bit of this in here. shape this down enough. Wib. Damn it. Okay. Now the middle of this is still a bit too rounded out. Oh, Wib. There we go. Take a second to hold this while the glue dries. Oh, yeah. I was gonna watch this video of a Sphinx kitten getting a spa day.
Mavanwi is a 8-week-old Sphinx kitten. She's here today to get groomed because, believe it or not, Sphinx are actually high maintenance and they do need to be bathed and cared for regularly.
I would love to hold a Sphinx cat.
So she already had her front claws clipped yesterday, so I'm going to go ahead and clip these back ones.
Little velvety goblins.
She is extremely friendly. She will not stop purring. She's doing this little kind of coughing, breathing thing, which the owners are aware of, and she's already seen a vet for it. So if you see her
Reminds me, I
doing
gotta get
that,
Pistachio a
there's
vet
nothing to be
appointment because
concerned
she's been
about. The vet says
coughing.
that she is totally
I don't know if
healthy.
she's having hairball trouble
Let me see
or if
these
it's some
little
kind of
nails,
issue
Missy
because she's so
Miss.
old.
Little Mavon Wee,
But because she is so
can you
old,
stay on your back
I
for me?
gotta get it
Stay
checked
on
out.
your back. You are a sweet little kitten. Yes, you are. What a good
Hydration check.
kitty. What a good girl you are. You're like a mega purr. I don't think I've ever seen a cat purr so much. These nails don't
Okay.
really need to be clipped.
That's something I gotta consider because that might catch on
Look at her. She
that
just
when
wants
it's
to rub into
opened.
me. Look at her.
So I might
Oh
need to
my god, you're so sweet.
cut that down. And this piece is gonna go like
Yeah.
on here. And
Sphinx
hopefully
are
be
actually
able
one
to
of my all-time
open.
favorite cat breeds. This is her first
Open with
bath
the
today,
door.
and she will be getting lots and lots of baths in her whole life.
Might need to change the
let's see
shape
how
of
you
this
do
corner,
this.
like cut some of it off,
Good kitty.
because
Good kitty.
that's gonna bump against that.
This sponge was way too big for you.
And yeah,
I
it's pushing that
seriously
sideways, so
underestimated
I have to make it
how
look like it has some damage here or
freaking
something.
small you were gonna be.
That's a pretty well-behaved cat doing a bath, actually.
Okay. It's okay. Okay, we're just gonna rub you up. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that sponge. So
Little
Sphinx
goblin.
have really, really wonderful personalities. They are unlike most cat breeds. They are extremely loving and affectionate. And one of the reasons why they are like that is because they don't have any hair. So they are often very cold. So
Yeah, they wanna
love
cuddle up to you for
snuggling up
warmth.
to their humans because their humans give them warmth, right? So
I
that's
just
one
want
of
to wear a
the
hoodie
reasons
with
that
like
they
a
are
big
just one of
kangaroo
your
pocket and just put a
naturally
Sphinx kitten
far
in the
more
pocket so
relaxed
they can be
cat
warm and I can
breeds
carry it
than
around.
pretty well any I'm not going to say any other breed,
Have a
but
little pocket
they're
goblin.
pretty high up there. Every Sphinx cat I've ever met has been just an absolute pleasure to work with.
There's
And
the
I've met them in their
inside.
home environments as well.
Happy with
and
how
they're
it's
just
coming along so
such
far.
great
I'm gonna put
cats.
some little like
Oh,
beams up here
cry.
along the sides to hide that seam and make it look better.
it's going to be cold, but the water's nice and warm. The reason why these cats have to be
Squeaky
bathed,
baby.
they're actually supposed to be bathed weekly, is because they don't have any fur, so the oils on their skin attract a lot of dirt and dust.
Aw.
And then it can cause kind of like blackheads all over their body where the dirt and
Dusty
dust
baby.
will get stuck in their pores.
Poor
So they
dusty
actually
baby
do
with
need
acne.
to be bathed once a week in order to keep them clean. But the good news is that when you bathe
have to use
them
paper
from a
or
young
something to
age, they're
get in
very
there.
used to it, and most people do not have a problem caring for their
Like
Sphinx
perfectly
cats.
wide, not perfectly.
Another thing is that their nail beds need to be cleaned out. You can either put them in a bathtub or you can use just a cloth or a wipe, because their nail beds get the most dirty out of any other part of their body.
Oh.
So in between their nails, then you have to retract their claws and clean all of that. She's fairly clean, obviously, because she is
Squeaky
brand new.
creature.
Oh, okay. Where are you going, ma'am?
Oh no,
Yeah, it's okay. It's basically over.
that's awful.
Basically over. So I'm going to take her out of here. This is just soapy
Stalker
water.
stuff is
Then I'm going to
crazy.
just give her a quick rinse to make sure there's no soap sitting on her coat. I am using just a
hope
little
she's, like,
bit
okay.
of nasty critter today in here because that is safe for
I hope
puppies
she's
and
okay, and I hope the
kittens.
stalker's not okay. Cause what the
I'm
fuck?
taking you out. I'm taking you out. Just want to
Okay,
make
so
sure
it's
there's no
about that
soap
wide
on
in the
you,
back.
Miss. No soap. Nice and clean.
I love Sphinx cats. They're so fucking cute.
Oh, you are so freaking sweet. I love the
The end off
Sphinx.
this.
Maybe I'll get a Sphinx. Now I'm going to wipe her down with a hypoallergenic wipe for dogs and cats. As you can see, lots of dirt, grime, gunk coming out of her ears. So I noticed that her ears are still quite dirty, but I can only get them clean if she stays still.
One of the reasons I love seeing Sphinx cats is because it's
Sorry.
like you get to see behind the scenes of
They're
cat.
funky.
Can't usually see all those little wrinkles
Obviously,
under there.
you don't want to go too far down because you don't want to go into the ear canal.
Like, hello, I'm being abused in my home. I'm being tortured.
And this isn't infection.
A
This
human
is just
put
wax
water
and
on
dirt.
me? Water and soap.
They don't have the hair in their ears, kind of like people. Oh, where it prevents the dirt from going in. The owner just cleaned her ears out last night too.
A bunch of angry meows.
That's gross.
Pistachio would be like, hello, I'd like to make a report. I'm being subjected to elder abuse.
So good. Oh my gosh.
The attacker's name is Eleanor. She is also a cat.
I'm gonna need more. That's gross.
Every day she slaps me on the ass and runs away. This is true. Eleanor slaps Pistachio on the ass all the time and runs away about it. Pistachio acts like she's being attacked. Oh.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, cat, you have giant ears and they need a lot of cleaning.
Cannot believe how much gunk you got in there.
Big ol' eyes.
Okay, well that's a lot better than when you came in.
Oh.
So right before I was about to send her home, I realized that her nail beds were still dirty.
Could have been a cat that was, yeah, like
I got out of her nail beds.
Either lost or abandoned.
One side, and that's the other side. That's how dirty they were. I literally thought it was just the color of her nails, and then I realized that it wasn't, and it was actually all dirt. Getting a Sphinx cat is definitely a high maintenance pet. Don't think because they don't have any fur that they aren't high maintenance. Sure, they're not going to shed all over your house. Another important thing to note is that just because they don't have any fur doesn't mean that people who are allergic to cats won't be allergic to a hairless cat. They absolutely will be allergic to a hairless cat. These cats are not hypoallergenic. They still produce dander and protein in their saliva that people are allergic to.
They would just stick their head in a bush and then
that protein goes
come out and
over
there'd be
their
little
skin,
black specks in their ears, and we had to put ear mite solution in there.
Reaction to people who are allergic to cats.
Which, of course, both creatures hated.
But you won't shed all over someone's house, and that is a plus.
We're like, we're not gonna let you have ear mites.
This cute kitten here is all finished. She did great for her first bath. Now her and I are going to have some cuddles. Oh, you're so cute. Please don't jump down. Oh, you purry little thing. Oh, you're so lovely. Oh. Okay, not everybody wants to see your butt. Not everybody wants to see your butt.
Counterpoint, cats love showing everyone their butt.
What are you doing? What are you doing? You want a churro? I'm gonna go get you a churro.
Tube.
You don't like it?
You don't want tube? Oh, the breeze.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again in a few days.
That overspell
Say bye.
there.
Cute little thing.
I think that's mostly straight. Doesn't have to be perfect. Mostly just give the vague impression that I sort of know what I'm doing here. Okay. To put them on the sides. Ah, ow. Oh yeah, cosplay video I gotta watch later. Well, care if I just put on the sort of stuff I tend to watch off stream? Does anyone care? Looks pretty fun. Revolution. That's what I was watching. No. Where did that one go? Oh yeah. This guy, who lived in my city, disappeared mysteriously from his house. It's kind of a weird case. What is this? Did I accidentally click on something here? Okay, where was that, did I put that on, like, another list or something? This one also seems interesting. I'll just watch the Pokemon Evolution one.
Hey guys, Ron here, and last year I made a video where I created a Pokemon that evolved 10 times. It was super tough trying to make each stage feel connected yet distinct enough to have their own identity, so that each stage felt justified. It took a lot of planning, so check out that video if you're curious. Because
That's
today we're
pretty
doing
messed
something
up.
a little tougher. I assembled a team of 10 artists, and each one had to create a different stage in the evolution line without communicating with each other. I designed the base stage Pokemon, and then I gave it to the next artist in the chain to evolve it. They did so, and then gave it to the next artist in the chain, without any explanation as to what that Pokemon really is. We did this 9 times until we had an evolutionary line of 10 Pokemon that goes from the weakest Pokemon ever to the strongest. It's a long game of Fakemon telephone. Will we be able to make a cohesive family that steadily grows? Or will the lack of communication and planning completely derail the line? Let's find out. And make sure to stay to the end of the video to see all the other artists reacting to the entire line. If you enjoy these experimental and collaborative Fakemon videos, please leave a like, subscribe, and consider becoming a YouTube or Patreon member. Now, I'm first in the chain, so I had to design a Pokemon that is as simple as possible so that it had room to grow 10 times. Last time I did a water type, so this time, to go along with the whole growth theme, I made a grass type. And what's the most basic stage of any plant? The chloroplast, the seed. We'll go with the seed. Say hi to Pipod, the pit Pokemon, a pure grass type. Pipod are inexperienced and naive. They are unable to find food or attack. They rely on the nutrients they are born with for survival, and their tough skin for protection. Pippods stay in their nest all day, smiling at friendly Pokemon, but they will dig into the ground if approached by a hungry Pokemon. This may be a super simple design, but I kinda engineered it to be the perfect jumping point for the next artist. The spikes on top can grow outwards or, open up. The little nubs on its side could be ears or, hands. It all depends on the direction that the next artist wants to take it in. Even the pattern on the
Looks
face
like
could
should
be
be about
expanded
the
on.
same,
The
right?
flat bottom also makes it stand out a little bit compared to anything else that I think the other artists will do. So let's see what Cupafee does with my child.
Initially, this little guy's orange coloring made me think it was a fire type,
that's
but the
close
name
enough. This
Peapod
side's
gave
actually
it
a
away
bit
immediately.
longer.
This little grass type is definitely
My
based
wonky
off
measuring.
of a pea, obviously, or maybe a bean. So I figured I would base mine off of a type of sweet pea, and I would add a couple more sections on the inside of its body to represent
Maybe
the peas
Digimon are just
inside
little
the
heads.
shell of the bean, as well as a little extra one growing on the outside, because their vines tend to be quite curly, so I thought I'd add that through. And yeah, this little guy is now called Baybean because he's a baby and a bean, and I love him, and I hope you do too, and I cannot wait to see what he grows into.
Oh my
Like
god,
this.
it is so cute. Hopefully not too cute. I want the order to, easily be identifiable, just like an evolutionary line. But that's part of the challenge of playing this game of Fakemon telephone. I'm super glad Phoebe opened up the bulb on the top to have
Very
some
slightly
leaves
bigger.
peek out, and she introduced a fruit. That berry is adorable. That's exactly what we need. If Baybean had like tiny legs, this would be perfect. But hopefully
This
Dark
one
and
was last, I
Windy will
don't
finally give our
think so.
Pokemon a full body. Now this is his True Green 7 debut, so I bet he's gonna knock our socks off.
So, being from the south, as soon as I saw Baybean, my mind immediately went to pinto beans. I did a bit more research into them and saw that they were the most popular bean in northern Mexico and the American
It
Southwest.
does look like a.
So I decided to go a cutesy mascot-like route. So I made it stand up, which I know is a crime to certain Pokemon fans, but it works here. I made the Sprout into a cowlick-like shape to amplify its cutesiness. I kept a little pod that's attached to it, and also had another pod begin to form inside of its
OG
head.
Charmander and
Otherwise, it's
Squirtle
just a
stood
big
up. I
chunky
think that's
baby.
fine.
So say hello to Pentype, the bean Pokemon. Their pods are known to be extremely tasty and add extra flavor to different dishes.
It's
Their skin is
cute.
normally soft and moist,
I
but
like
if
it a
exposed
lot.
to sunlight for too long, it hardens.
Oh, Pintot is perfect. Oh my god, yes! Dude gave our boy the exact body shape that I think I needed. I like how this could easily still be an unevolved Pokemon, but you know, it has the hint of this
Whoops.
of the vibe
That
of
fell
a middle
right over.
stage. That's perfect for the third stage in a line of 10. It's a transition of a transition. The addition of the green leaves will give our artists more, you know, to work with. So this is good. This is really good. Hopefully French Teapot elongates the body and grows, you know, the other fruits or leaves.
Oops, did I make that too short? Whoops.
So when I saw the previous drawing, I was totally
fine.
stumped. So instead, I just looked at what seemed to be the most important parts of the design and tried to enhance them. What Pintot had looked like to me was a plant bulb right before it sprouted, and the beginnings of some kind of fruit growing. So those were the bits I wanted to emphasise, growing the little guy up just a little, but leaving enough room so that the design could go down multiple routes. Could be the beginnings of a tree or a flower, a fairy of some kind. It could become more plant-like or more human-shaped. Personally, I really like the tree idea, that it could evolve to be large in its prime and then shrink into this little fairy bonsai tree thing in its old age. So this is Sprout Tween, from sprout or sprouting, and tween, like the life stage of a child
Yeah.
just before teenagehood. Sprout Tween like to play in groups and often excitedly chat about what they want to be when they're fully evolved. They aspire to grow like the trees in the forests they're raised in, tall and regal, and their imagination allows them to dream up the many forms they could take. They keep a watchful eye on their fruit as it grows, getting extremely upset if it gets bruised and hiding away until it recovers. Cool, so excited to see what the next artist does with this.
This is a great Pokemon with a good name. I'm very glad someone finally changed the colors too, since we do want to see some variation of the color scheme as it evolves. The introduction of the tendril on the head will be fun to see as it evolves. There's honestly no flaw. I just hope we see some kind of concept as it forms. Because right now it's still just a generic grass type. Like the concept is relatively basic, but that's not
Tilt
the
that a
artist's
little bit,
fault.
just make
I'm literally
sure
not giving them any info
everybody
about the
keeps in
Mon,
place.
so other than its type and name. They don't know what the line is about, but the point is for them to figure it out as they evolve it. The personality is very similar too, so hopefully Orash will give it a slightly less happy face as it becomes the teenage stage of our family. Since he's never been on True Green 7 before too, I'm sure he'll try his best to give us what we need.
So I'm evolving Sprout Tween. Out the gate, between his name and overall adorableness, this little guy is obviously meant to be a youngster. And I'm the middlemost artist in this collab, so I figured he needs a lot more middle stage
Yeah.
energy. You know, that angsty teen,
Little
kinda
lanky punk
awk weird
teenager.
vibe, Drizzile, combustion, wacky
The
type
hair
of
is really
thing
making
going on. His feature that stood out to me the most was his swoopy little bang with the fruit on it. So I decided to focus on that. I figured the best way to give him teen vibes was to extend his hair out and give him that kind of like late 2000s long bang emo look to him. I even made the longest bang two tones to kind of replicate that streaked hair look they would go for. Other than that,
Hell
I
yeah.
present Whippersap, because he's just an angsty little
Whippersap.
whippersnapper. And because I figure he'd probably whip his hair as his primary attack animation in battle.
Oh yeah,
I hope the
absolutely.
next artist keeps up the hair theme, because it's the only thing I did on mine. Thank you for having me.
That's hilarious. Dude went back to the original color scheme without even knowing. This is the 5th
Yeah.
out of the 10 Pokemon, so it's very appropriate for it to feel like an edgy teen. I'm very glad that Ryan found a way to implement this emo cut, but utilizing the existing features of Sprout Tween. This is the exact personality I wanted to see. It feels unrefined because it still has a long way to go, but I'm sure it'll be unique and stand out among the entire family. Now it's Sterninator's job to give us a 6th iteration that feels like a fully evolved
nice.
Pokemon, but with the vibe of a late teen, since it's still in the middle. Maybe like a college student.
Out of everyone I've ever known who said they
Okay,
were
so
working
first
on
up,
a
looking at the
novel,
inspiration with Whippersnap,
You
there's a
have
lot of cool
actually
balancing
worked on your
going on.
novel.
The first is the idea of that heavy rocker hair, whipping it back and forth to deal damage. But next is kind of that tropical island energy that we
Yeah.
get from the colors and the inspiration of the plant base to it. So when going into an evolution, I wanted to expand on those ideas. The next balancing part was knowing that I had to expand on those, while also knowing that the next person had to expand it
Yeah, you
even
actually did it,
further.
and that's the good
So,
part.
fun stuff, but still kind of difficult and complicated. Ultimately, I think that I came out with something really fun that expands on the ideas, changes a couple of the aspects in ways that are faithful to the initial understanding of this design. I decided what's stronger than a whip and more powerful than a snapper? What about whip pummel? The idea of this thing not just whipping its hair, but also being able to pummel you with those harsh and hardened seeds. I dig this design, and I hope you guys do too.
Yeah, I knew Stern would do a great job. Oh my god. The problem is that this is actually a fantastic Pokemon on its own and could easily be the final form, but it's not even close to it, so it's slightly, teensy bit too complicated. But damn, did he do a great job. We finally have a fleshed out fruit on the head, and the leaves have become full-on wing-like, but they could become something like a cape now that it's finally got the vibe of a fighting type.
Yeah.
I love the colors, but the most important aspect is that it no longer is just a generic plant thing. It feels like a tree with a unique personality. I love the idea that this is becoming a physical attacker too, that hits with heavy limbs and leaves. Now, this is challenging. Let's see how Umbreon Libris evolves a Pokemon that honestly doesn't have too much room to grow.
Looking at Whip Pummel, I saw a tropical fruit, a pineapple plant, a coconut tree, mangoes, and I saw a rocker with the long hair of hippies or a hair metal and hands in the devil horns gesture. The name Whip Pummel
This guy's
made me
in the
think
pit.
fighting type, so tropical fruit, music, and
Thrashing.
fighting took my mind to Tropicalia, an artistic protest movement that responded to the Brazilian military dictatorship with aggressively flashy aesthetics.
Yo,
the
cool.
folded leaf capes reference the textile sculptures of Hélio Oiticica. The face resembles musician Rita Lee, and the bright colors and wavy patterns come from psychedelic art. The fruit headdress is a callback to Carmen Miranda, an earlier artist whose iconic aesthetics were adopted by Tropicalia musicians. This is Hypno Whip, the
didn't know
Tropicalia
about that
Pokemon,
protest
a
movement.
grass and fighting type. It uses complex movements, bright colors, and discordant sounds to disorient and distract opponents before striking with powerful kicks and punches. I hope the next artists keep building on the themes of music, psychedelia, and artistic resistance.
Yeah.
Interesting. Now, this does have slightly less details than the previous form, so that's the only aspect that is moving backwards, but everything else is much more helpful than you think.
Yeah, I
First,
guess I could let
we
you
finally have a
know what I
concept
think of the
instead
full
of
thing. Is it
just
the
a plant.
story with
Libris
the
infused it with the Tropicalia art movement, so it very much feels colorful, Brazilian, and even personality-wise,
the
more
orphan
at
kid?
peace and less angsty than the previous two forms. At first, I thought that the shorter hair made it look less complicated, but honestly,
I
it
did
makes it
that
look
thing
more
where I tried
absurd,
to
which
recall
feels correct,
information,
for something that represents the
and because it
adult
wasn't
stage
about
of this line.
JoJo's Bizarre
Its
Adventure,
limbs
I
are
immediately
also
forgot
longer,
everything I
which
knew
aids
about
in
the
making
subject.
it look
Yeah,
longer.
yeah,
It
the
also
kid with the
finally
weird
gives it a
dream.
martial art to go with the fighting type. Like almost this could be like capoeira.
Yeah, I remember you sent me like a chapter of
dancing
that or
martial art.
something.
Feels like it would whip you as it dances, and the art style is definitely the best I've seen from Libris. So yeah, originally I was anxious about this, but conceptually this will help us finalize what this Pokemon is all about. Now, Art Does Art is making his debut on True Green 7, so let's cheer him on as he designs the Pokemon that'll be around pseudo-legendary levels of power.
What's up, gamers? It's Art Does Art, and for this leg of the challenge, I got Hypno Whip, the Tropicalia Pokemon. I love how expressive this
Take
mon
a
was.
break here to
Art
make
did a
sure
great
this
job.
is
I think
all
it
tight
would
together
go just
before
like
I start
Red
figuring
Buds.
out the
I thought I'd basically
quirkies.
give it on Carmen Miranda.
I think I
Who's a
want to put
Brazilian
like
singer
little
dancer
ridges
who's
along
really
here to
famous
show
for
that it
those
was
big
like
fruit
kind of
heads that it looks like Hypno was wearing.
joined.
And I combined that idea with a fruit from Brazil, the Jaboticaba, which is kind of like a big grape type fruit. And since the mon is grass fighting, I thought it'd be really cool is if in addition to producing the fruit on its head, it also produced it on its fists, kind of like brass knuckles or like boxing gloves. And I expanded on the leaf cape idea from Hypno Whip and changed it to sort of look like the puffy blouses that Carmen would wear a lot during her performances. And so with that being said, please let me introduce you to Jabotibash, the Samba Pokemon.
Now
Yeah.
this is some beautiful art. I'm glad we went in the Carmen Miranda route. All these accents will be perfect setup
Cool,
for our
thank you.
final two artists to make legendary level designs. The colors are spectacular.
Don't know how
If the
wide
previous
to make
design
it.
gave us the vibrancy, Jabotibash gave us a Pokemon
I'll
that
go
looks
kinda
like
wide
a
in case
walking
I have to go
celebration.
thinner.
This entire
Actually, that's
Pokemon
kinda
is the
thin.
party.
Oh,
The
well.
leaves now look like a refined costume with the fruits as accessories. The hair looks extra stylish. It's also
No,
crazy
that's
how,
cool,
without
that's kinda
ever
wide.
seeing Stern's design, Ert introduced aspects that the design had, like a more aggressive expression and fingers.
like
This is
a
such a
bit
neat art
shorter.
style too. It's like a graphic you want to print out as merch, which is perfect with our next artist. I wonder how in the world Mr. Bonnie John will make this design feel more elaborate than this, because this is already complicated.
Getting into Mega Evolution
Knowing that I'm
territory.
ninth in the lineup, we're nearing legendary status for my design, so let's go over what we have in Jabotibash. We have a very lanky and playful pose here, with an extremely wide gamut of vibrant colors that really accentuate all the fruits on display. I decided to snap Djibouti Bash's neck and turn it into a staff. My vision is to take a prime fighter and make him into the wizened master. With fruits and a grass type, I'm leaning towards the Pokemon aging like fine wine, no pun intended. By altering the silhouette so widely, we change up the body plan and attack style for this newly evolved fighting type called Harvest Staff, the four-bearing Pokemon. Harvest Staff's body has shriveled due to its older age, and as a result, this Pokemon reserves its energy by meditating and amplifying its ability to photosynthesize for days on end.
Okay,
This
cool.
Pokemon is friendly to all, although its tranquil nature irritates the like of other fighting Pokemon. Preferring not to fight, they expend all their energy with one swing of their staff to show mercy to their opponents. Even still,
Yo,
they share their
badass.
bountiful berries to their opponents.
Whoa! I would not have even come close to predicting
Hell
this
yeah.
evolution. I just thought it was going to become a tree. But I think this complete
It
overhaul
already
is
became a
pretty
tree, so now it's like
justified. Since the 10
ascending.
stages inadvertently ended up representing the 10 stages of life, of course the last 2 would shrink, just like humans when they become old, or like fruit when they dry up. So it makes sense. And breaking off the
Yeah.
neck and turning into a staff is pretty genius. The whole trope of a martial artist becoming a retired master is also a fun one. So I highly appreciate the concept.
Yeah, that's
and we
cool.
definitely need a Pokemon with a cornucopia. Love cornucopias. So I'm down with the hat. It makes total sense. Now let's finally see how Tubbs AZ brings us home with the final evolution.
I really enjoy Harvest Staff. Already, the colors and the shapes are super fun, and I love the personality on this little guy. Mostly focusing on the cornucopia like design. I can imagine how that's evolved throughout the stage, and I feel like this is the very centerpiece of it all. I ended up changing some of the shapes of the berries, almost merging them together to be almost like this painterly look, to bring in
would be
something
a
new to the
fun
design, something to do
art
with those
challenge
berries
to
on its
do
body.
with,
So I ended up changing up the face quite a bit, and
That would be
bringing in
freaking
these
awesome,
giant
though.
maga
Like its
berries on the
spirit
side of
lives
his head
on.
as almost like horn and protrudence to really show that these are different stages, which is why I ended up changing the almost scarf to be
Also, I love ghost
cyan,
types, so I would
magenta,
love it to be
yellow,
a ghost type.
like CMYK, to really push that aspect further, the vibrant colors aspect. So with that, I give you Chromacopia, the natural artist Pokemon. Chromacopia pull berries from the inside of their seemingly limitless horn, crushing them into a fine paste to be used in its art. When used in battle, each combination of pigments can bring forth a different effect.
Yo, Chromacopia! I don't
I mean,
think
it would
Tubbs
also be
knows
cool
what
if the
I'm talking
last
about.
stage,
Tyler, the Creator
yeah,
album
it
with
was
the
like
same name.
a
But it's wild that's a perfect name for this
like a
beast.
ghost,
This is how
but
you
it has
finish
like a
off the line.
seed in the
It looks like a
center of
god,
it, like how
a
you know
benevolent
plants
god
will
of the harvest
grow a
and
seed and then drop
it's so
that, and that
colorful
becomes
while still
like the
being
next plant.
incredibly easy to read. It's friendly and wise looking, but clearly powerful and warrior-like.
It'd be
I love how
really
the
cool
previous
if you could
stage makes
evolve
it
the
feel like,
Pokemon
this
into
fruit
its younger
Pokemon is
form
slowly
again,
dying,
like
but
it
then
literally
Chromacopia feels like
regrows.
one final power-up at the
Because
end of
it's
a
a
master's
freaking
life.
plant.
Their full strength and the culmination of their entire journey. I love that even throughout all of that of evolution, the staff is still technically the neck of its Prevos. This is also the first stage to finally open its eyes again after closing them for half of its life. Crazy how the eyes are similar to the early stages, even though Tubbs didn't know what those early stages looked like. And the seeds that this Pokemon can plant can actually turn into little Pipods and start the line all over again. Damn,
Yeah.
I'm so proud of this family that we created together without any coordination or communication. Now it's finally time to see the other artists react to the entire line in order. Again, they only saw the Fakemon before theirs and the evolved form that they created without knowing where it started
Yeah, this
or
would be a
where
fun
it
art
ended up.
telephone game.
I'm so excited to see where this went.
Alright, Ron, let's see what you got going on.
Here is Pokemon number 1.
Oh my god, it's adorable. Oh, okay, so this one's by Ron?
We have Pipod, designed by True Green 7.
Okay, yeah. Just a cute little seed.
That is too cute.
Overall, pretty good. Pretty decent start.
Oh, okay, this one's really cute.
I'm probably gonna have like major cuteness aggression for like a lot of these first
I'll have
stages.
some of them just have
Pipod,
like
oh my God,
Arcsonas or
what a cute
Pokesonas.
little Pokemon.
Pipod is kind of what I was imagining, that it was going to be this tiny little thing.
That would be cool, yeah.
Fee! That is spectacular. It's like a little bean. Oh, yes.
Babine.
Yo, shout outs to you, Fee.
It is so cute. Oh, and that's where the fruit comes from.
I love it. Yeah, I mean, of course I love it. I drew it.
But it's very interesting that its colors are so different from what it ends up being.
Really interesting. I love the growth. It
Yeah,
almost
I put
feels
enough
like
glue
a
so it's, like,
a
holding on
Solosis
there.
type of build where it goes from that one little pod in the bean
It
to now
looks like
being
it's
like
not.
multiple, going from that seed to a
I'm
bean.
gonna
It is difficult
really
though,
glop on
because
the glue
since we're
one.
doing 10 evolutions, each step can't change that much.
Oh, he got dark and windy to do this one?
That's my dog right there. That's our stepchild.
It's a funny little boy.
Pinto? Oh, he's chubby. Oh, he looks like he ate a snack.
I love the expression.
I want to like squidge him because I feel like he go like.
He's definitely gaining some girth.
Oh, okay. I'm wondering if
When I
the
was a kid,
little-
I was actually
the
like a
little
huge
berries
Pikachu
sticking
fan.
out of its head and on its hair.
But that was when
what ends
Pikachu
up
was like
changing
very,
into,
very
like,
chubby
the
and
whole
round.
berry thing.
Over time, I was more of a fan of the ghosts, and I think Pikachu is kind of overmerged now.
Cool.
Oh, interesting.
I'm like, I know Pikachu's the
Maybe I'm using my
mascot,
own
but like,
horn a
calm
little bit,
down.
But I feel like maybe it's a good progression
I still
from
love
the baby form into
OG chubby
the
Pikachu, though.
beginnings of like the middle form.
With the idea of like it going from infant to baby to toddler to now like just a young kid type of feel.
Wondering what stage the cornucopia is going to come in at.
But now I'm starting to
The
get
cornucopia is
even more
like a second
confused
class
about how we get to the one that I did.
The eyes have stayed the same the whole time, and he's had the 3 little things on the head, which I think we started with. So
Whippersnap. Oh my god, what a good name.
Whippersnap. These names are amazing, by the way. I'm so proud of us.
They came up with some really
this
cute
one's
names.
by O.R. Ash. So this is the one that was given to me as reference.
Ooh,
I think Mimikyu Pikachu is funny because, like, the whole point of
this is the first
Mimikyu
one
is
that
that
actually
it wants
looks
to
like
be
it could
popular,
maybe
so
be a
it dressed
final
up as the
evolution, but
mascot.
This looks like in a final
So seeing a
evolution in
Pikachu
the way
dressed up
of,
as
like, the
Mimikyu
Gen
is a
2 and
little
Gen
weird,
3
but it's
Pokemon
also
that have since
kind of hilarious.
evolved, look like final evolutions.
Yeah, that
It's
really
like, now
helps me
you're
see
the popular
connection
one,
between
Mimikyu.
What came before and what I know that I did a little bit later.
This is the first one where the guys have gone though.
Yeah, I
We've
love
closed our eyes.
Chonko
With the
Pikachu,
sap does
big old
not
chubby
wish
Chonko
to
Pikachu,
perceive reality. And
round.
honestly, I relate.
There's a smile.
Round little
This smile is
beanbag
gonna
of
carry
red.
through for the rest of the line.
I think we've gone from bean to
Yeah.
orange. It's now giving.
They're like, no!
Clementine.
And it's got like fingers and toes now.
And Mimikyu have a
Which is
spotlight for
interesting.
once.
Not in a bad way.
Next we have Whipummel by Stern. Oh my god, I love this thing.
Oh yeah, okay, I like a lot of what he does. You can tell that he drew it.
It's a very stern rendering, yeah.
The Sterninator, my boy Stern. Okay, 490,
Eh?
we're getting stronger,
No.
this thing's getting bigger.
Sturdy
Okay.
feels zapped. This looks
I'm
like
glad I
a sturdy
closed the lid on this.
Pokemon.
I
The
just
body shape is so different from
dropped
what
a
it ends
little
up
box
being.
of styrofoam.
It still got
and it
wings,
would have gone
so
everywhere.
that's cool. But like
Okay.
gave it this like palm frond hair with the pineapple up top. Oh, I like this a lot.
Because like I think before this, the fruit was a little bit kind of vague, but now it's like a thing that
I did that thing
Pokemon
where I was like,
players
I'm
would
dropping
recognize.
something, I need to
This
catch it, and I
actually
put too
does
much
look
force
like a
into
fully
trying to
evolved
catch it and
Pokemon.
caught my hand on something.
Which is kind of scary because I know we still have a bunch to go.
It looks like it's like rocking out.
Just really
like,
love that ketchup bottle.
This is way better though. This is a much more solid concept.
Umbreon, Libris, yo, shout outs. Yo, Libris, your style is evolved. The Tropicalia Pokemon.
Oh, that is so lively and colorful.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, the colors on this are crazy. Umbreon livers with the pineapple on the head. Oh my god. What even? Okay.
Okay, here we go. Now this is where we start getting some more of the tropical color palette.
Okay, wow, it's getting really like psychedelic almost.
This is a big boy too. Goddamn, Tropicalia Pokemon.
I'm honestly shocked that the cornucopia seems to have come in so late in the design.
Okay, I think every single design element outside
It
of
is funny how that one
somewhat the
goes,
color
like,
has
the
now been
cornucopia
lost
had to
from
have been
people,
like
but that's
the main
okay.
thing, right? But it
Quality will
was
not be forgotten.
added
I love the
literally like
glasses.
right
And I
before she went on.
love that like shock of magenta that's being brought into it.
It's actually really
This
pretty.
on the
I kind of love
queue.
this.
Alright, and
Oh,
now's the part
god
that
damn
I
it!
have no
Where was that?
idea.
Where was that?
Next is
Fuck.
Jet.
There it was.
I'm gonna sound stupid saying some of these names. That sucks.
And oh my good golly gosh. Oh man.
Jabbot.
Okay, this looks really funny with the colors and whatnot.
Jabodish.
Jabotabash? Okay.
Jabatabash.
I was curious how we were going to expand on that Samba. I didn't even realize it was the Samba Pokemon. How we were going to expand on that Samba type of feel. And Jabotibash is so cool.
Oh hey, the guy's wearing a
really
Meow
like
Wolf
that.
hat.
This art, I really
I
like
wonder
that.
if he lives
Oh,
around here.
I love the rendering on this.
This thing is beautiful. I was telling Ron like how gorgeous the rendering was.
Feels like a fighting type. Oh wait, they've all been fight types. Oh my gosh, yeah, this is the first one that feels properly like a fighting type. Whoa, okay.
And that like cheeky, that cheeky grin is so good.
Dude, that BST is a nightmare, and I am here for it.
The way it like forms a hand shape with the fruit when the knuckles, I really dig that.
I feel like every time a new artist comes in, there's a new fruit now.
But regardless, oh man, the leaves on the head even become like a crown.
Next we have Harvest Staff. Ooh.
Oh my goodness, Harvest Staff by Mr. Bonnie John, the forbearing Pokemon.
Mr. Bonnie John, yeah, I could tell just by looking at it.
What the heck? Okay, how did this happen?
Oh, that's quite the change.
Whoa!
I really shook it up. I hope you guys like it. I know it's like really left field, but it still works.
I didn't think that the cornucopia came in so late in the design. That when I was first looking at it, that felt like something that had always been there in the design. That's so interesting.
It's shrunk in size. It went into big tree and has now gone back down into like a cornucopia tropical fruit shaman.
It's almost like a mythical actually now.
Its neck.
Yeah, it does
has
look
been
like a
turned
mythical
into
type.
Staff.
Or it's meant to mimic it at least. That's really cool.
We're moving from like a pineapple into an actual like pineapple berry, it looks like, on the staff. So we're using actual Pokemon berries.
Oh, it's like actually made of berries now. That's so cool.
How did I not think of that? How did we take this long? How did we get to 9 before that becomes like so errantly clear? Oh, some Nanab berries for the ears.
I think this is probably the biggest departure from the previous design we've had so far, but it's really cool.
And there are so many colors, but it doesn't feel overbearing or overwhelming. It's like they all go together so well.
The cornucopia being used for like the wizard hat for this witch doctor type of cool feel is so cool.
All right, and now finally,
Chromacopia! Oh my god, that is so sick.
Shout out Tyler, the creator. Chromacopia.
Hell yeah. Okay, with the last stage of me saying the cornucopia, it makes sense.
Tubbs AZ coming in clutch at the end there.
My boy Tubbs.
It's got really big again. Okay.
Very different. Ends up very different than where it started.
This is insane.
I love the overall silhouette. This is so cool.
there is no orange left in this boy, finally. It took until literally the final evolution to get rid of all of the red-orange from the start.
What is it? The conquistador style helmet made of the cornucopia with like these Viking horns. I know Vikings didn't actually have horns on their helmets, but it has like the Viking horns.
Oh my god. He has had so many phases.
With Chromacopia,
need to
it's
shave
almost
this
like
one down just a
all
little
the berries
bit,
start
like here and
mixing
here.
and melding together.
A whole brush
Maybe you can
wand
sand that down.
situation like
Just do a
Bowser
slight
Jr.
change.
It feels like a warrior and a fighter, but it still has that energy of the other forms to it.
Whereas mine, and
I feel like
think
the last
Star's
two
Lane
can be like
before,
where if you
going
evolve the
for a theme
Pokemon
of
under
music,
different
this is
conditions,
still
it
in
becomes
art, it's
one
a
or the
different
other.
medium, but it's still present, which I absolutely love.
So like in
And
one
he's
case it
wearing
becomes like a
sandals. Tubbs AZ
sort of a
pushes
traveling
his,
shaman type who's like
flip-flop
still
agenda
actively
on
fighting,
us.
and the other case it
like,
becomes like the old
ribbon,
wizened
that's
guru.
giving legendary.
I was so curious what was going to be the artist for number 10, and Tubbs is a fantastic pick.
Oh, and then all of them together at the end. Oh, that's so good.
Looking at the first 5 stages, that I see as a full line budding up into the tree, but then once it starts sprouting its fruit, it almost looks like it's a whole nother evolutionary set in total. Like, this is really cool.
It feels like the ones along the bottom are the regular Pokemon and how they exist. And then on the left, we have, like, the Mega Peapod X and then Mega Peapod Y. That's what it's giving. I love it.
It has kind of like a starter vibe. The final stage, it ends up looking like a starter, but it takes such a like long, windy road to get there.
Congrats. This was such a fun line to work on, to be a part of, and to see how the evolution changed and moved throughout the evolutionary process.
Oh my god, shout outs to everyone who participated. Thank you for watching. Thank you for letting me react. Thank you for letting me participate.
No, this is fun. This is really fun.
Thank you, Ron, for including me
It looks
in
like it
this
would be really
challenge.
fun to
This was
do.
super fun. And It did not
You
go
gonna do a
as
Pokemon
I expected
evolution
at all, in the
collab?
best way possible. It's super cool.
I really love how this turned out. It's so creative.
Because if we only need 3
I really
players, we
like
could
it.
get
What
the
a cool
we could get
thing
the
to be a
pals and
part of.
Cletus to
Thank you so
join
much for
in.
inviting me, Ron.
Bye bye.
I'm so glad that this was successful. And if you want this to become
What
a
would be
series,
really
leave a like and
fun is if
subscribe
we
and check out the
do.
links
Okay,
to
so
these
we do
amazing
3
artists
at
in the
once.
description. While you're down there,
We
make
get
sure to
3
follow me on
players.
Twitter
Each
and
one
Blue
draws
Sky
a
and now on
starter.
TikTok. But most
Then we
importantly, I hope you watch the
rotate.
videos on
The
screen
next
now.
person,
Check out the
each
music I
person
used in the
draws
description
the
too,
middle
and consider
evolution of
becoming
the
a
one they
Patreon
receive,
or
then
YouTube member where you can
rotate.
get cool
The
rewards
third
like seeing my
person
videos
draws
days
the
early
last
and
evolution.
discounts on my merch. I'll see you guys very
It doesn't
soon.
have to be about quality, it's about concept. Also, you're good at coming up with fun little creature designs. I have that drawing that you did of the, what is it called? A Capricorn screeching at a Pikachu that you sent in the Pokemon tape. I don't have a good place to put it on my wall yet, but when I'm putting up posters next time, I need to find a place to put that up because I really like that drawing. Sweet. I gotta remember to post that on there. Be like, hey, inspired by this video, but where we only do like 3 people because it's hard to wrangle 10 artists, I'm sure. I've wrangled like 20 artists before. I know how hard that is. But like, does anyone want to do a mini game where we rotate Pokemon evolutions? We'd have to give each other time frames too. Like, you know, you have like a few days to do it. Yeah, it was actually like so flat inside the casing that I didn't actually notice it until like the second time I took the tape out because I was like, oh, there's a paper in there. What is that? And I was like, yeah, this is great. Yeah, we could do starters. We could also just like have everyone just like pick a type and go from there. I would probably choose ghost because I really like ghost types. But we could also do like, you know, a fire water grass. Yeah, they do tend to have a hybrid, don't they? I guess that would be up to the person who did the final design, I think, because you could just, you know, I don't think that should be assigned. I think if we're gonna do fire, water, grass, like if we wanted to do a starter set, then, you know, then we would need to pick who's doing each one so we don't get like 3 fires or something, or 2 waters and this grass or whatever. But whoever wants to do the final evolution and give it the second typing, they can just do whatever they want based on what idea they have. I think that would be a lot easier. And if we didn't want to do a starter set, we could also just do, you know, like pick whatever you want. But a starter set could be cute because then we could be like, well, what region of the world would this be based on these random designs we came up with? And I don't mind if I mess up this side a little bit because I am going to have to cut it shorter to make sure it opens on that side. That's a bit rounded now. But that does fit a lot better. Okay, that actually fits good there. I just need to cut this part down here. Whoops. I'm cutting that a bit much. Okay, do need to shape that down a little bit. Come on. Yeah, I guess we could choose a region of the world too, in case you're having trouble like coming up with an idea. I don't care about like redoing an area of the world that Pokemon's already done. You know, it would be cool to just pick something and go like a mythology. I think for that, because there's so many places in the world, I would probably like use a randomizer. There might already be a randomizer for like country or continent or something like that. And then I could like look up a continent randomizer, or just use a randomizer tool and put all the continents in there, and then randomize a continent and be like, okay, it's based off this general continent, because if I had to do countries, there's too many of them. Or if there is a country randomizer, I could just use that too. And be like, okay, we're using this randomly generated country. You can use natural folklore, wildlife, anything from this region. Yo, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Like, there are already some, like, mimic Pokemon. Like, there's Voltorb, but maybe it could be a dead Voltorb, or, like, you know, a Pokemon that was forgotten. I like that. It's tragic, just like a good Poke Ghost should be. Okay, that fits a lot better like that now. Okay, so those are better attached. I don't know if I should also put some supports on the inside, just in case. Oh no, that's coming out a bit. I'm gonna hope it'll be fine. Okay, I think I can attach this to out here. That vid? What video? Oh, maybe, yeah, just like the general game moderator, I guess. But, oh, right. Where was that? Oh, I must have been watching my other videos, okay. Cute.
Showdown at Dark City.
Oh, that's nostalgic.
So that's why there's nobody out on the streets here.
But I don't see. What's the point of fighting each other like this?
Huh? They claim that whatever gym wins will become an official Pokemon gym.
Hope I don't regret that.
Makes sense. Becoming an official Pokemon gym's a big honor. Yeah.
Maybe I can make it look like it rusted out. That would be good.
Ketchup. Ketchup? No. My name is really Tom Ado.
Well, my name is Anchovy.
Oh, and my name is Caesar Salad.
I wonder what, like... They probably had Japanese pun food names in the beginning, right? So... I wonder what those were.
You must work for me. I need your strength.
First, that Scyther is really scary.
No, The bottle, no! Yeah, my favorite episode of Pokemon that I saw as a kid, because I don't remember all of them, but I remembered this one forever, which probably sparked my love of ghost types, but it's the one where Ash fucking dies, and some friendly ghost types pull his spirit out of his body so he can play pranks on his friends while they think he's dead. I think it's called the Tower of Terror. That's my favorite episode. It's really good. Yeah. Little background ketchup gag was really cute. So happy about the ketchup. Got destroyed. Yeah, the only other thing I remember is that, I knew there was a missing episode, and a long time later I found out why there was a missing episode, and it's because of the infamous situation where Jessie had boobs. Jessie had tickle bitties, and they thought that an American audience just couldn't handle boobs, so they, like a man with boobs, so they took that out. And I remember that there was a missing episode because I watched every single episode as a kid. I never missed one because I was actually able to watch the TV without my dad stealing the remote while it was on. So I was very serious about seeing it all. Also, I liked that it had a continuing storyline instead of just like one-off episodes like you usually see in American cartoons. But I remember being like, did I miss an episode? Because there was one episode where, like, what was it? There was like a Taurus or something. There was like a herd of Taurus. And I was like, where did they come from? What? What? Yeah, the Taurus episode. Yeah, I saw every episode, and then there was one where I was like, wait, what happened? And yeah, it turns out that they didn't think American kids could handle Jessie with tatas. Because they think we're weak. Okay, so I'm gonna have to like cut off a bit more there. Can be really hard to do now that it's at this part, but I didn't know I would have to dig that deep in. Weird. I didn't hear about that part. The more talking Pokemon. Because, like, they made it a big deal that Meowth was supposed to be, like, the only talking Pokemon. Team Rocket's Meowth. That's the one I was gonna watch. Wait, how long have I been on? How long is that video? I think it's a bit too long. Yeah. Okay, that's an hour and 40 minutes, which is as long as I've been streaming, so I'll have to watch that later. it's just one tiny piece, it's okay if I take it out completely. There we go. And I'll just make that look like it got some damage and rusted through when I do the weathering and painting. Does that open better? Oh, that opens a lot better. Okay. There's still a little bit there that catches on, but I can open it up all the way like that. Okay. That looks like it's not really going to have trouble there. Okay, so I just need to make sure that it stays as much in that position as I can. It does fall down a little bit when I take it out. Then I can put a support like this in here. And that should keep that up. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of tape on here. I'll go like this.
What's the matter, Pikachu?
Pika, Pika! Pika!
You mean something happened to Bulbasaur?
Tape this like this.
Pikachu, stare it
Ma?
Oh, hi, Pikachu. Pikachu, Pika, Pika,
Ma?
Pika,
Oh, okay, I wonder if it's telling me that I don't have to go to jury duty anymore.
Pikachu.
Oh, whoops. Okay, hold on. I'll try to remember to check that after stream. That would be a good crossover. Pikachu encouraged doing charades, because they do love their impressions. It's okay if the end is smushed a little bit. Okay. I wanted to bump into the other one. Quick check your posture and relax your shoulders check. make sure I'm not pushing it up too far. Damn it. Now it's okay if it moves a bit, because I'm pretty sure that's in the right spot. So press that down real good. That's some in. I guess I could just put another little crease thing on those two sides, but like, just put it on half on one, half on the other. Guess I could even put it on and then, like cut it to make sure it fits well. Put it on first, then like slice it down the middle. That might be harder than I'm thinking it is, though. I guess I could put on like a new X-Acto blade so it would be really sharp, easy to cut. Okay. Don't push that down. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry for a bit.
おとなしいもんじゃろう。温厚な性格ゆえにこのようにわしにはすっかり慣れての。今チクッと。
No, Professor Oak. That was poison. Ow. I guess to make sure this dries at the right angle, I could, I was thinking of trying to apply a little bit of glue under here. So I could put a little bit of glue under there, and then to make sure it dries at the right angle, I'll just not put it all the way to the ends. I'll close it, and then I'll put the things on, and then slice them down. I hope that will work okay. paper nearby to smoosh it down. Carefully apply some glue in here. Ah, that was a bit much. Okay. Mm. I know all this glue is gonna like mess up the wood staining later, but that's fine. I can fix it with paint. It's fine. I'll figure it out. Later I'm gonna be like, why didn't I paint the pieces first? Ah. That's not too goopy. Guess I could even just set it like this. I'll set it like this. Whoops. Freaking tape. Just gonna kind of temporarily close this. Put that around there. And then I'll set this like this, so just in case it is too goopy, it doesn't like drip a lot. Set that like that, so okay, good. That fits perfectly between the porch and the roof. Looking through the windows, I think it's not touching the other sides. Pretty sure. Okay. It's been close to 2 hours. It's one of those things where I'm not good at estimating time it takes to do stuff. Still do that. And I still haven't started on the tree because I'm just like, I haven't done the base yet, and I either want to use acetone or heat, and I kind of want to do those outside because if I'm melting styrofoam, there might be fumes, and I don't want to give myself a migraine or lose more brain cells than I already have. So I gotta remember to work on that. And fucking, I was like, maybe I can work on it today and also do, you know, some refinishing something in spray painting I'm working on outside for the chicken coop. And then fucking, it was extremely windy today. It's been so windy and the wind is like ice cold. So that would be bad for literally any of the things I have to do outside. Yesterday I was like, oh man, it's too hot, but maybe tomorrow before dark I can clean my car finally. And then it was so cold, I was like, nah, actually, never mind, fuck that. Okay. Anyway, I'm rambling while cleaning up, and then I'm gonna go refill my water finally, and drink some water. And I have to pack some stuff up for a really free market tomorrow. I gotta go to bed. So we're gonna sign off here in a minute. I'll try to remember to post the Pokemon art game to Cletus chat soon. Okay. Hydrates and postures and stretches and progress saves and take your meds and all the other stuff I talk about all the time. I barely used any glue and I got glue all over my damn hands. Anyway, and get the good sleepy times. And good night.